This is warning you that there is sound, and that I'm about to start the stream, so you could pay attention now. Hey! Good appropriate time of the day to you, friends and enemies. I am Richard, and this whole thing around us is LMTDTMFFR, or say it with me now, limited time offer, no vowels. And how are you doing today? A mere 4 hours since I was last broadcasting something somewhere on the Steam Still Murder channel, as it happens at that point. I'm not here. But hey, here I am. How are you? Are you doing well? I'm doing well. Thanks very much for asking. I hope you are doing better than I am. Just because I got up slightly later than I anticipated. That's all. I'm just running a little late. That's all. And hey, we're not here to talk about how late I am. We're here to look at a game called Shivah, which is the 7-day of mourning period after you burying a particularly close loved one, like a brother or a sister or parents, and I think also spouse. I'm not entirely certain. Hopefully the game will tell us as we go along. But yeah, I'm not quite that au fait with it. But hey, never mind. Let me just... I haven't started it up because there is stuff when you start it up. It's just words, but I'd like us all to experience them all together. So I'm going to start it up right now and flip us over to the presumably blank screen. And it's another one of those where, there we go, you have to hear the thing. A guy came up to a rabbi machine. Or she asked, why do all rabbis answer with a question? To which the rabbi, she replied, why not? Of course. That sky above Manhattan will never win any awards. Few stars visible. The few stars visible look lonely and desperate. I could relate. Sometimes the line between salvation and damnation is a mighty fine one. I no longer knew which side I stood on. There are those who would say that I had no business being here. They might be right. I'm no longer sure what I'm doing. But I'm fairly sure I know who I am. You are the rabbi. Alright, and we have a symbol there, and my lack of knowledge of anything related to religion in general, and not this specific religion, means I have no idea what that symbol is. And let me go to the options. I could have sworn I turned that down a little bit. There we go. We got a kibitz mode. Do I know what that means? Not in the slightest, but apparently it's on. One, it's strongly suggested that you play through the video. Oh, okay. Commentary. Fine. Plot details were given away ahead of time. Well, we won't be doing that on then. I thought that meant it was on, but no, it's a box that is filled in or not filled in. Alright. Well, let's start the game and see how this works out for us. He said, 1 second while I flip over here so that we will not hear anything, so I can just double check that everything's going on. Alright, yes. Cool. Off we go. Here again, there's many things to do. With a song. Oh no, you don't want me singing.
Adon olam asher malach b'terem kol yitzir nivra lied nasa v'cheltso kol atzai melech shemo nikra.
Final note faded off into a near empty synagogue. Unheard by anyone. Well, not true. At least 2 people heard it. The person singing it and the person and the rabbi standing there who isn't the one. But hey. As I had hundreds of times before this, I got ready to speak. And as I had hundreds of times before this, I began to wonder why.
Thank you, Cantor Kaplan. Today in my sermon, I'd like to discuss suffering.
Is that
Why
somebody
do
there
bad
sleeping?
things happen to good
Or is that
people?
just
Wherever there
part of
is
the door?
pain or oppression or poverty, the question is always the same. How could God let this happen? Is God as good as we think? Can he, in fact, do evil? Maybe, on occasion, he even enjoys inflicting pain.
Take a good hard look around my world. Oh, why?
I...
Fine. Then it hit me.
No. I can't do this. I'm sorry.
Rabbi?
You heard.
Huh? What?
Go home, Mrs. Raymer.
Is it over already?
Yes.
Yeah.
Rabbi Stone, wait! You can't just stop.
Yeah,
Sure I
that's our
can.
programming
Just
guy,
watch
David.
me.
But
It's over, Josh.
you can't mean that.
Look, you're a good kid. You've got a good voice and a good future. Don't let me hold you back. Now do a mitzvah and call Mrs. Raymer a cab. Goodbye, Josh.
Ethical dilemmas of late religious leaders since the dawn of time. Morals don't mean crap without the personal experiences to back them up. Knock knock. Who's there? You have the brush off, state the obvious, declare your intentions. Ah, okay. I intend to open this door. Stand back.
Leave me alone.
Okay. Redeclare them.
Leave me alone, I said.
Yes. Oh. State the obvious.
Services are canceled.
Give the brush off.
Go away.
Stronger brush off.
I said go away.
Oh, there's still somebody at the door knocking away. Alright, grudgingly acquiesce. Go away. I will open the door and say it to your face.
Fine, I'm coming.
Or I could, climb up that ladder and go into that hole, the crawl space. Small crawl space used to store old records. Possibly I could hide in there. A window. A window afforded me the thrilling view of the deli across the street. We got a computer. Look at that CRT monitor. You want to pick this computer up at a local yard sale? He said it would revolutionize my life. That hasn't happened yet, but I wasn't holding my breath. Maybe you should. I mean, that's how computers work, right? Move your mouse to the top of your screen to access your inventory and menu. How much am I covering of the screen? I think I'm okay where I am at the moment. So yeah, maybe I will. I don't know. Certificate. My certification. My certification of rabbinical studies. Reads this is Rabbi Russel Stone has been granted the title of Rabbi by B'nai B'rith Yeshiva on the date of the June 23rd, 1970. Okay, and then we've got posters. A diploma and a poster. My diploma for rabbinical.
Has it really been 30 years?
No, it's been more like 50 now, I'm afraid. I mean, depending on
Has
when
it real-
you passed, assuming the certificate and the diploma came relatively soon. I'd come across this quote some years ago and I decided to have it printed and mounted on the wall. I mean, if statistics are right, the Jews constitute 1% of the human race. It suggests a nebulous, dim puff of stardust, lost in the blaze of the Milky Way. Probably the Jews ought hardly to have been heard of, but he is heard of, has always been heard of. Mark Twain, 1899. Full music level, when there isn't any dialogue, is quite loud. I will turn it down again then, if I can. Do you work now? Is that better? Are you now quieter? Because you don't sound any quieter to me. What is up with you? That turns you off entirely, alright. There we go. Does that work? That sounds a bit quieter. We got some boxes. These boxes contain a small supply of Kiddush wine. Oh, and what have we got in here? We got Yiddish dictionary. Okay, so we know. Sugarna, crazy. Wrench, helpful vessel. Momza, bastard, son of a bitch. Nevish, weakling. You up or a period of mourning. Shikas, Shikshu, non-Jewish woman. Yenta, a busy water. Goy. non-Jewish person. Alright. And the business card says Rabbi Russel Stone. Banal Ben Zion. And there's the address, 190 Essex Street, New York, New York. rstone@reverendnetny.com. Cool. And we got clues, have we? Well, we haven't got any clues right now, but we have. Thank you for telling me. Is that better? Anyway. Some music. I hope so. Just bills, lots of them. Well, you don't have to pay them. It's just the synagogue that has to. And seems to be. Thank you. My collection of rabbinical texts on this bookshelf. Prayer books, Judaic history, and Harry Kremlman novels. Kremlman. I don't know who that is. And a photograph. Colour photograph of Benai Ben Zion Youth Group. Benai Ben Zion Youth Group? Picnic? It was taken over 15 years ago. Most of these kids probably had families of their own by now. I don't think the symbol is he, but it could be Tav. Most likely he. Alright. Thank you for telling me. I now know possibly what it is, although obviously I don't, because it's me, so I don't know anything. What was I going to do with them? Pay them? No, obviously not. Going to move the boxes? Much as I would like to break open a bottle of kiddish wine, didn't think it was appropriate. Well, you could look through the bookshelf and find a book. There was nothing on the bookshelf I wanted to read. Perhaps there will be later. You know, I could use a computer as well, as I'm delaying opening the door, since I told you to go away. Someone was at the door. I couldn't futz with the computer now. Oh, but I want to futz with the computer. Maybe I want to go in the crawl space instead. There was nothing up here I wanted to see. Alright. I mean, there's nobody outside the door I want to see either. But I mean, that's not how you do
I thought I
doors.
told you to go home.
Rabbi Stone, there's someone here.
Tell him to get lost. There's no service tonight.
No, it's a cop.
Huh?
Detective Sam Durkin, Midtown South Precinct. Could I talk to you for a few minutes, Rabbi Stone?
And you can hear the noise in the background there, can't you? From when the person is talking and when they're not talking. This is an early game for Wadjet Eye. Hey. Sarcastic response, poker face response, rabbinical response. I assume there's something where every time you can, like, if you go through the game doing only sarcastic responses, you get a achievement, and if you do only poker face response, you get an achievement, and if you do rabbinical responses, you get an achievement. So you ask me a question, so if I choose the rabbinical response, I assume I will respond with a question. What with the beginning opening thing saying, hey, that's all about why not ask questions when you're presented with a question. So we're going to have a poker face response. Because we're not feeling particularly rabbinical now. We've just shut down the service and said, nah, it's no point doing this anymore. I don't know if it's because of the lack of people in the synagogue, or because because our rabbi here, Elijah Stone? Somebody else Stone? Is having a crisis of faith. But poker face.
Sure thing.
Thank you.
Fine. Josh, take a hike. So, what can I do for you? I assume you're not here to convert.
Are you familiar with a Mr. Jack Lauder?
Should I be?
I'm asking the questions, Rabbi.
Fine. Let me think. Lauder. Oh.
You know him.
Yeah.
What can you tell me about him?
He used to belong to this congregation.
Used to, but not anymore?
No. Left about 8 years ago, I think. What's this about?
Have you had any contact with him since?
No, I haven't. Care to fill me in here?
Do you read the papers?
Aggressive, honest, rabbinical. See, I could do another rabbinical response. Honest response. Presumably, no, the papers tell me about all the things that are going on in the world, and I don't like the world. Something like that.
Not recently.
So, you're
That's
not
it.
aware, Rabbi Stone, that Jack Lauder has been dead for 3 days?
I mean, would that have been in the paper? Maybe. Did my best to control myself. Knew this man's type, his eyes scanning my face like a barcode reader, trying to read every telltale sign of emotion, any flicker, any twitch. Hey, twitch! Hey, the place where we are right now. Anyway, any twitch could be used against me later. I suppose for the YouTube version I will have to say any flicker, any YouTube. Yay! Way, the place we are right now. Could be used against me later. But, you know, maybe not.
No.
Does that bother you?
Should it?
Answer me, Stone.
No.
So, you and Mr. Lauder weren't close?
No, we weren't. What's the deal, Durkin?
I've seen Lauder's will. He left you a significant amount of money.
Me or the synagogue itself? Deadpan, incredulous, sorry, or rabbinical. Let's be deadpan. Woo, so great.
Huh?
You heard me.
How much?
I don't
Huh,
have the
That's
exact
deadpan.
amount, but somewhere in excess of 10,000.
Bull.
It's
Yeah.
the truth.
Jack wouldn't give me bubkiss, let alone $10,000.
And why is that, Rabbi Stone?
He just wouldn't.
Huh.
I should have tidied away the bills before I opened the door.
This temple's in pretty sad shape, isn't it, Rabbi?
Yeah.
Well, you're not blind, that's for sure.
Can you afford the repairs?
Man, you can't have music and talking at the same time. That would be crazy. Or an angry brush off rabbinical. Brush off.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Detective Durkin. And if that's all, I suggest you leave.
Rabbi Stone, you didn't answer my question.
Life's full of disappointments. You'll get over it.
Rabbi Stone,
Get out of my office.
listen.
No, you listen. I know where this is going, and I don't like it.
I'm just doing my job.
No, you're
Yeah,
not.
you're a real mensch. Get out of here.
Ooh.
Fine.
We can
I'll
use our
leave,
dictionary
Rabbi
to look
Stone.
it up. It said
But I'll be
bastard,
back.
I remember that
Yeah,
one.
I bet you will.
You're smoking in here. Do you really not think that's...
Putz.
Do you really not think that's inappropriate? The rain beat in a regular staccato rhythm against the window. I can only hear one thing. Jack louder! Jack louder! It was louder than all the other voices in my head. The name pulled out a cork out of my brain. The name pulled a cork out of my brain. Pulled out a cork in my brain, not of my brain. Anyway, letting loose old thoughts and memories that fought and struggled for supremacy. Jack Louder is more than just a name. It was a link to a time when things were simpler. Back at the youth camp. Time when I thought I had it all figured out. Time when morals and ethics meant something. Time before it all turned to crap.
I need to think.
Alright. Time for some wine then? Nope. It was not appropriate. You didn't think it was appropriate. I thought it was appropriate, you know, given that you've just been told. I mean, it's special wine, I think. And as kiddish as a type of wine, I assume it is a... Or like, sorry, yeah, type, I guess, for want of a better term there. I assume it is a special wine for rabbinical services. Alright, if I need to think, do I want a book from the bookshelf? No. Alright, maybe I want to look at the computer then. To look up louder. Yes, apparently I do. Josh set this computer up a few weeks ago. Claimed I needed to join the 21st century, connect with the community. Josh has been bugging me to start using it. I suppose now is as good a time as any. I can remember what Josh chose as my login and password. I don't know. There's the off button. Please enter your login. RapidNet New York, where Jews connect. Alright, well. No? I've got no idea, so I don't even know where I would begin to guess. So I know where it was, yeah, is it? I mean, I don't even know. June 23rd, 1970, so that might be, it might be 0623 1970 as a password. Could it be the photograph? Could it be Ben Zion as a youth group? No? Alright, maybe I should just try using the computer. Maybe I can just type anything in here. Please enter your login. Rabbi. Sorry, there's no user with a login. Rabbi. Stone. Can I... No, I can't look at my thing, so I don't know what my name is. User admin, password admin, yeah. I might try that. Russel Stone. There we go. R Stone. So is that my username? R Stone? Because that seems like a silly thing for it to be. It is. Please enter your password. Clue. What's my clue? Tell me my clue. Your password clue is busybody. Oh. So it's gonna be... Yenta. Okay. I mean, thanks. Yenta with a capital Y. Hello, Rabbi Russel Stone. Please choose an option below. Alright, I'll log in again. But I wanted to get a log out of there. No? That's not what you meant? Alright. And I don't... It's not even capital protected. Doesn't even look like that. Let's have a joke. I need a joke. She was talking to the psychiatrist. I had a weird dream recently, he said. I saw my mother, but then I noticed she had your face. And they're so worrying that I immediately awoke and couldn't get back to sleep. I stayed there thinking about it until it was 7 AM. I got up, made myself a slice of toast, and some coffee, and came straight to here. Can you please help me explain the meaning of my dream? Alright, come on, give me a hilarious thing. The psychiatrist kept silent for some time and then said, 1 slice of toast and coffee? Do you call that a breakfast? You see, she was getting at him as if he was her mother, or as if the psychiatrist was his mother, who was her. Yes. Hilarious, eh? Let's have another joke. You there. Martin Lewis converts and becomes a priest. He gives his first mass in front of a number of high-ranking priests who came for the occasion. At the end of the new priest sermon, Cardinal goes up to congratulate him. Pastor Lewis, he says, very well done. You were just perfect, but next time, please don't start your sermon with Follow Goyim. Ah, hilarious. Medical experts from London have published a paper that concludes that Siddhar participants should not eat both chopped liver and chorizo. Research shows that it can lead to chorizo of the liver. Alright, okay. Alright, have I got any mail? From admin, welcome to RavenNet, test, shocked, great games, what happened? Welcome to RavenNet. Mazel tov! Welcome to RavenNet New York, the newest way to bring Jews together as a community. Our features are small but growing. Here's a list of what we currently offer. The mail feature allows you to send and receive email. The search feature allows you to search our data archive of Jewish news, events, and members. Everyone needs a laugh. Check out the joke feature, the best in Jewish jokes. On behalf of myself and the entire RavenNet team, thank you for joining and making our community stronger. And here we are. Jay Kaplan, test. Hello, Rabbi Stone. I set up your account for you. Hopefully it will work out okay for you. You can change the password if you want. Most people choose things like their mother's or their wife's maiden name. I thought it was appropriate. Ha ha. Cantor Josh. It's a cantor, is he? Half human, half horse. No, wait, that's centaur. Oh well. That must be another Jewish word that I don't know. Dear Rabbi Stone, I've been a loyal member of the Vowels for many years. I can't bring myself to listen to your dark and gloomy sermons any longer. Times are tough enough for us Jews without you rubbing salt in the wound. Goodbye, Lisa Swartz. Dave at WadjetEyeGames.com. Great games. There we go, Dave. Best in games of entertainment. Visit www.WadjetEyeGames.com. Oh, that's exciting. What happened? From Jay Brooks. Rabbi Stone, I'm sorry, but my family and I can't attend your services any longer. The last few sermons have upset the children so much that it took several hours to calm them down. What happened to you? Jeremy Brooks. Jeremiah? Oh, there we go. Tomo? Oh, it's Tomo. There is no Tomo. Undisclosed email. For your network protection needs, contact Tomo. Indeed, Tomo is a running gag through all of the games. Merger at electric.com. Final notice. Due to your continued non-payment, your electrical service will be terminated if the overdue balance of 525.67 is not met by April 21st. Contact our office if you have any questions. I have a question. Why did I say 525 and then say 0.67? Never mind. Sapple at Vaco, disappointed. I'm Stone, I've tried to have faith in you, but it's obvious that you are becoming increasingly more unbalanced. You call yourself a Jew, our people need leaders. Regretfully, Sarah Applewell. Sapple. Tom Dawn at bankofnewyork.com. Overdraft notice. So inform you that the account is currently $1,893 0.43 into its overdraft. You're aware your account only has 1,000 of overdraft protection. Please submit the difference of 893.43 to us within 7 days as to not damage your credit rating. I mean, that's great that we can do that. We now have the money to do that, but it's not great that Lauder, Lauder, is dead. One item, contact information, Garment District Murder. Alright, well let's get the contact information. Lauder, 100 Jane Street, apartment 4E. Garment District Murder. Jack Lauder, of Beth Tikva, was found dead last night in his Midtown office, victim of an apparent assault by person or persons unknown. We at Ravnet express our sympathies to Jack's friends and family. Alright, well, that's horrible. I shouldn't have logged out, I should have just turned it off. Now I can go to this door. Let's go to the place and express our sympathies to whoever is there. Hello,
Wow,
Dave.
Rabbi, what was that all about?
I'm not going to brush you off. I'm going to give you a truthful response because you are...
The detective had some questions for me. That's all.
So who was killed?
Josh, what did I tell you about listening at my door?
I wasn't, Rabbi, honest. You were just... very loud.
Huh.
So who was killed? Was it that Lauder guy?
Lauder, not louder. Grudging, incredulous, rabbinical. Grudging!
Huh. We must have talked very loud.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So who is he?
An old member of this congregation.
Ah, that's too bad.
Yeah, well, it happens to the best of us.
Are you gonna pay a Shiva call?
I don't think there will be a Shiva, Josh.
Why?
Shivas are for Jewish families. Just forget it.
Alright, if that's what you want.
It's
I
not
guess I'll go now.
the stuff, it's
Yeah.
the... Oh look, we
Good
can
night,
have a
Cantor.
20
Night,
second
Rabbi.
music. Alright, I wanted to go back out there. I wanted to... $10,000. Oh, so much money. Less than 20 minutes ago, I had accepted defeat. You should still accept defeat. Don't worry, man. The bank was going to foreclose on the property, and there was nothing I could do. Jack's money changed all that. And the Benai Ben Zion's synagogue could remain open. I wouldn't have to see my life's work turn into a shopping mall or a pocket wall.
Has God answered my prayers?
The age-old question. What is the work of God and what is the work of man? Money was a boon, there was no doubt about that. But it was blood money. I couldn't believe God would work that way.
I don't like it. Not one bit. Why, Jack? Why me? Why now?
God helps those who help themselves. I'd done absolutely nothing to get this money. Didn't trust it. Only the cantor's words came back to me.
A Shiva call. I can't just barge in unannounced, but I can pay a Shiva call. It's the only way.
The only way. Right click and hold to show all items on the screen. Oh, okay, alright. Oh, sorry, that was left click. Papers, boxes, bookshelf, crawl space, posters, computer, photograph, window. I mean, there's more than posters. There's certificate, poster, and diploma. So, thanks, but you have... Alright. Can I look at the papers? What was I going to do with them? Pay them? Yes, now that you've got $10,000. Alright, now let's have a look. I thought that was somebody's head poking over the top, but obviously not. It's just a thing that is there. Graphical artifact. Rabbi's lectern. A sturdy, dependable podium, perfect for pounding during less successful sermons. There was nothing on the podium. Ark. Cabinet was converted into a makeshift Torah ark after the last one was stolen in 1996. Well, we'll take it with us, shall we? No? Sorry, I was locked up tight. Besides, I don't want to tempt any vandals in this area. Alright. Cantor's lectern contained his prayer book and song notations. Well, go and steal them. I had no need for the Cantor's things. I mean... So what? When does that ever stop me? Clues. I've got no clues. I've only got my business card and my Yiddish dictionary. Out we go. Into the cold, cold New York night. Presumably to 100 Appley Street, or wherever it was. Greenwich Village, Lauder residence. And look at all these other places that we might get to go. Ping pong!
Mrs. Lauder,
Yes?
I heard about your husband. I came to pay my respects.
Oh, you knew Jack?
Several years ago. Honest response. I'm nothing if not an honest, evasive, rabbinical person.
Some time ago, yes.
All right, come on in.
You don't seem very devastated.
I'm
sorry to
sorry,
say.
you look so familiar, but I can't place your face. What is your name?
If I wanted answered, she'd have to know who I was. I mean, yes, obviously. That's required tact. Honest response. Could give a rabbinical response, but no.
My name is Rabbi Russel Stone. Your husband used to be a member of my congregation.
Oh, I remember now. You have a lot of nerve coming here.
Really? Why? What happened between me and Lauder? Did I keep getting his name wrong? Did I keep pronouncing it incorrectly? Apologetic response. I don't know why.
Well, I'm sorry about that.
Oh, you're sorry, are you? I'm so glad to hear that. Jack would love to hear that you are sorry.
But you
He
can't,
knows
he's dead.
already, Mrs. Lauder.
Too late, Rabbi. Too late. What do you want?
I don't know. I'm uncertain. I'm going to take the uncertain approach. I really don't. I'm not certain. I'm going to do a
not
thing.
sure what I want.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? You're just getting back in touch. Is that it?
Yeah,
I-
pretty much.
Stop it. Just stop it.
Oh, what?
I don't believe
Sound
this.
went out there, didn't it?
You threw us out of your temple 8 years ago, and now you drop by for a visit?
It wasn't like that.
Well, what was it then? Can you tell me that?
Maybe this was a bad idea.
Maybe you're right. And yet you're here.
No, we're not going to do a flashback
Why?
to 8 years ago when we'd kicked him out. Accusatory approach. The direct approach. Rabbinical approach. No. No rabbinical things. We're a man who either has lost his faith or just doesn't believe that... Oh, God is testing us. We're going to see how we do without resorting to God in this playthrough.
The police visited me today.
Did they?
Yeah.
Yes.
What did they say?
That I'm suspect number one.
I don't
Really?
understand why
Well,
you're
that
suspect
would
number...
make sense.
No. Why
Who
would
else
it?
has a motive except for the rabbi who hates us?
What? Why? Okay. We're obviously missing something huge here. I don't hate you. I do hate you. And I accept that I hate you. Yeah, alright.
I'll let that slide.
Whatever. Jack hated you. That's enough.
Mrs. Lauder, if he hated me so much, why did he leave me $10,000 in his will?
That's impossible.
I
You
said the
didn't
same
know
thing.
the will?
Jack wouldn't do that.
Too
It's a
late.
crazy world.
How do you know for sure?
The police told me.
I
I
mean,
have
so I
no
don't know.
love of the police, but I doubt they'd lie about that. Mrs. Lauder, if Jack hated me so much, why did he give me so much money?
I don't know. This makes no sense. None of it does. Who would kill Jack? He was a good man.
I don't
Yes, he
know.
was.
Don't you start. You have no idea.
The police have no other leads?
Aside from you? No.
How did he die?
I don't see how that's any of your business.
Well, I suppose I'm curious, and I'd like to help.
If I am a
Help?
suspect, I would
Why
quite
would
like
you
to know
want to
things,
help?
You know?
I don't know. Maybe I...
Want to make amends, I am selfish, I feel guilty. I'm not going to say I feel guilty, because maybe the police will jump out of somewhere and say, "Ha ha! You are guilty, you admitted it." So... I'm selfish. Maybe I am selfish.
Maybe I'm just selfish. If I find the real killer, the police will get off my tail.
Yep.
Why
I'm
not?
a detective
Why shouldn't
now.
a rabbi
Detective
play
rabbi,
at being
so-
detective? You want to investigate, Rabbi Stone? Be my guest.
I'll have to ask you some questions about what happened.
Can't you just ask the police?
They won't talk to me. I'm a suspect.
You
Fine,
shouldn't talk to me, I'm
Fine.
a suspect.
Ask whatever you want.
Alright, that was a noise, hey. Okay, how are you? Tell me about you and your state of mind. Are you losing it? Are you likely to murder me in this hallway that we're in? Or lounge?
How are you
I don't
holding
know
up,
which we're
Mrs.
in.
Lauder?
Fine. As well as can be expected.
Okay. Ask about the mirror. Oh, the mirror is covered. Right, yes, okay, fine.
You've covered up the mirror.
Yes, it's what you are supposed to do, right?
Well, yes, but
I know. I'm not Jewish. I'm probably doing it all wrong, but it feels right. Is it right, Rabbi?
Comforting response. What you do for your peace of mind is the right thing.
it's perfect.
Alright.
Thank you.
No, that's not what I was meant to say. Alright. How's business?
What business was your husband in?
We were in business together. Fashion design, high-end casual wear, shirts, blouses, slacks. I'd design and he'd sell.
Alright. Who for? What is it?
What is the name of your business?
Charming Fashion Company.
Charming.
Yeah, it's a strange name, but it has meaning behind it. It's based on my family's name, Sharma, and it sounds like charming.
I get it. Real cute.
Yeah, it's not horrible. Alright, where is the business? Because I'm obviously going to need to come and harass you at work as well.
Where is your showroom?
Why? Do you want to have a look?
It can't hurt.
Oh, this is crazy. Do you really want to do this?
Yes.
Sure, if you want to have a look, go ahead. Just because trained police officers couldn't find anything doesn't mean a rabbi can't. The building is 1407 Broadway, room 903.
Okay, how's the business looking now that I have $10,000 of your money?
And what happens to the business now? Are you going to run it by yourself?
I guess I could, but not right away. And definitely not in that same showroom.
I can understand that.
Who wants to be in a place where people have died, eh? Looks at whole of England and everywhere that anybody could possibly live, having had somebody who was in there dying them. So, tell me about the state of the
Was
business.
the business successful?
We did all right. It was tough at first, but things have been picking up over the last few years. We sell to mainly boutique stores, but Macy's has bought several pieces from us, and Saks was interested.
Alright, now let me ask you about the thing that we're all dancing around. Hey, so how was he murdered? Can you explain to me briefly where he was stabbed, or shot, or bludgeoned? Can you perhaps indicate to me on my body, where he was stabbed? And then you can tell me, how you feel about this. Did you discover the body?
How did Jack die?
He was shot
Ah.
right in the head, at close range, according to the police.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Lauder.
He was in the showroom, working late. That's all I know.
Let me consult my notes for some reason. Charming. Alright.
Can you tell me about your company again?
Sure. What do you want to know?
Alright. No, I don't need to do that. Take my
I'm going
leave.
to leave now. I'll see what else I can discover.
Thanks, I guess.
Down these mean streets.
Rabbi
A
Stone?
rabbi
Yes?
must walk.
About 8 years ago. Could you just tell me why?
Were you and Jack happy?
Yes, we were.
Then my reasons don't matter.
What, did we discover that he was having an affair and we couldn't have him in our temple anymore? Because we couldn't live with the hypocrisy in there? Did he discover that I wasn't a rabbi? That my name wasn't Stone? That it was actually, I don't know, chalk? Or something, I don't know. Well, let's go to the garment district. Charming fashion. Here we are. Oh look, we found the exit immediately. A dressmaker's dummy. Alright. Wasn't that desperate for a large congregation? Yes. Yes you are, as it happens. Rack. Clothing rack was empty. I suppose Mr. Lauder took everything away. Or the people who broke in here and killed him. I mean, we don't even know why he died. What was the motive? Aside from me getting $10,000, what is the motive here? Design board? The design board was only a spark of creativity left in this deserted showroom. I don't know much about fashion design, but it looked like a skirt. Or maybe a large shirt. Can I take it? Didn't think of a reason to take it with me. Alright. What's the designs up here? Designs for some sort of skimpy sundress with some borders attached? Alright. A poster? It was a poster of some blank-faced woman in a hat. I mean, okay, we got your computer, which I could use. Let's look at the photo. There's a photo of Mrs. Lauer with a post-it note reading, "Don't forget anniversary flowers!" Alright. Paints, markers, and random junk have joined the shop. Right. Anniversary flowers might be the password to get on the computer, but I don't even know if I need a password right now. The office computer remained on the desk. It seemed that Mrs. Lauer didn't want to be bothered to use it with it. And a password. Alright, maybe I need to go back and find out and talk to you and say, hey, what are your anniversary flowers? Because I don't know what else it could be from here. Nothing has come up as a well, let's right click. See if I missed anything. Or right hold. Designs, process, computer, shelf, photo. I mean, we'll look at the photo again. Let's try and take it. I decided to leave where it was. Don't forget anniversary flowers. Yeah. I mean, having up a post-it note like that says "Don't forget anniversary flowers," that's not horrible as an idea as a password reminder, because you could be talking about, you know, trying to remember your anniversary and taking the flowers through them, or it could be a secret hint to your password. Hey, I'm coming back. Let me in, let me in, let me talk about your flowers for your anniversary.
Mrs. Lauder.
Oh, it's you.
Yes,
Come on
it
in.
is. What have you found? Absolutely nothing. I went there. Consult my notes. Show me.
Can you tell me about your company?
Sure. What do you want to know?
I want to know. Alright,
What
just tell me
business
everything.
was your husband?
We were in business, fashion, high-end casual.
Yeah.
What is the name of your business?
Charming fashion company.
Charming.
Yeah, it's a strange name, but it has meaning behind it. It's based on my family's name, Sharma, and it sounds like charming.
I get it. Real cute.
Alright. That's what
Was
the state
the
of the
business successful?
We did all right. It was tough at first, but things have been picking up over the last few years. We sell to mainly boutique stores.
Yeah, we heard it. Ask
And what happens to the business now? Are you going to...
I guess, and definitely not.
I can understand.
Alright, is that it? So that's all I've got. There's no other... I can't ask about, hey, what are your anniversary flowers?
I'm going to leave now. I'll see what else I can discover.
Thanks, I guess.
Am I meant to know? I mean, I can't look around here to find it out. Am I meant to know what your what 8-year anniversary flowers are? Are they meant to be a thing? Wasn't that desperate? Was that a decision not to start collecting old-fashioned posters? I couldn't think of a reason to take it with me. They weren't relevant to my problem. I didn't need any of that. I decided to leave it where it was. I want hangers. I had no need for a clothing hanger. I mean, you always have need for clothing hangers. I don't care how many you have. You will always need more. I mean, can I just put roses in there? Please try again. Alright, what is Sharma then? Maybe. Oh my god, it is. It's her name. Fine. Alright, well that is silly. Alright, welcome back, Jack Louder. Please choose the option below. Let's look at the ledger. Out Joe DeMarco, personal. A lot of chart marks written out to a Joe DeMarco. Wonder who he is. Feldman and Weisberg, 2000 for accounting. Looks like Jack had an accounting firm. Macy's, goods received. I recognise the name. It was a clothing store. Evidently they bought products from Jack and paid for it properly. Cut and dried. There was nothing unusual here. Murder of Broadway. Goods received. Recognise the name. It was a clothing store. Evidently they bought products from Jack and paid for it properly. It was all cut and dried. Nothing there. Joe DeMarco, Chris and Sportwear. Goods received. Evidently they bought and did a thing. There was nothing unusual here. Joe DeMarco, I mean, are you being blackmailed? This payment was out to a shipping company. Nothing unusual about it. Joe DeMarco. Yes, I wonder who he is. Motor Broadway again. Goldberg, and I think that's the accountant again. Personal. Joe DeMarco. Beth Tikva. Membership dues. Beth Tikva sounded like the name of a synagogue. It looked like Jack decided to stay devout after all. Okay. Well, I mean, thank you. I guess I can look up Joe DeMarco. Also, what's going on in your mail? Business matters. Jack, that must be an oversight. I'll look into it. E. Oh, it's from Tomo again. Your network and prediction needs contact Tomo. Patents and producers from Rajshri Lauda. Hi partner, I got those designs done. Send copies out of the factory to get the samples made. Guess what? I got them! Spent an hour on the phone with the telecharger, but I got the tickets. Orchestra seats too. I'll meet you at the office at 6. No excuses this time. Love, Raj. I mean, being dead could be a good excuse. This is strange. The rates do seem unusually high. I'll look into it. E. Miss Lauda, how are you? Your goods are packed and ready to ship. Wires the funds and we'll get back to it in the next boat. Kenny. Ethan G, you're right. You think what's right. Something isn't right with this deal. All the wire transfers lead to different places and nobody answers the phone at any of them. My accountant sense is tinkling. No panic, Jack. I'll get to the bottom of this. See you at Temple tonight. E. She louder. Okay. The fit model cancelled again. Can she be any more? Can she be any more useless? Okay, we'll just have to find someone else. Don't forget we're having dinner at the Goldwater tonight. Love, Raj. What if I'm dead? Trouble? Call me now, we need to talk. Meeting? Okay, I got you into this mess. I'll get you out of it. I'm meeting with JDM tonight. Joe DeMarco. Do not write him any more checks until you hear from me. If he wants to play hardboard, he picked the wrong hardball, even not hardboard. Hardball, he picked the wrong guys to mess with. Ethan. JDM? Wrong deal? That was worth looking into. That's Joe DeMarco. Anyway, money transfer? How are you? We are still awaiting payment transfer from you. Goods are taking up space in our warehouse. Please submit the monies ASAP or we will be forced to liquidate them. Undeliverable. The following message was undeliverable. The reported error was subscriber R. Stenur does not exist on RavenNet. So he tried to contact us. But he got it wrong. Message is as follows. Hello Rabbi Stone, it's been a while. Hope I got the correct email address. No doubt you were surprised to hear from me. I'm not sure why I'm writing either. But I often think about what you said. It still angers me, but I can understand your motives. You looked at us and said nothing is worse than when Jews turn their backs on one another. And so, remember that look in your eyes. Sheer contempt, like we were the worst sort of scum that ever crawled out of the ocean. Love my wife, Rabbi Stone. She is my partner in everything. I regret nothing. Nothing that is, except you. Okay, so it's because she was not Jewish. And that was what the thing was? Okay. I hated you. For years I hated you. We both did. Joined another temple with a rabbi who was willing to marry us. Tried to forget about you. When I found myself in trouble, in need of guidance, I could think of nowhere else to turn. How did the police not find this? You called me a traitor once. Do you still feel that way? I've seen traitors. I've seen Jews turn their backs on other Jews. It's not pretty, it's awful. I am not like them. Time's cooled my hatred. Has it done the same to you? I need to speak to you. I feel like I am 12 years old again, preparing for my bar mitzvah and needing help with my Torah portion. I know I didn't marry a Jewish girl. I'll go to temple every week, or keep kosher, or do any of the many things we're supposed to do. But always known that I was Jewish. Is that enough? You're not a traitor, Rabbi. I've never forgotten I'm Jewish. Get louder. Well. Come on, police. Why didn't you see that? Alright, I guess we're going. Joe DeMarco. Combine clues by dragging one on top of the other. Alright. Clues. JDM. Joe DeMarco. What could these two things mean? I can't put them together. Joe DeMarco. JDM. That's gotta be it. Alright, so I guess that means you've done a thing. To his meeting with Joe DeMarco. Based on my discoveries, Joe DeMarco evidently had a meeting with someone named Ethan. I mean, can I do that? JDM and Ethan, so it has to be Joe DeMarco. Okay, yeah, I mean, I know that. Oh. Check Louder received an urgent email from an Ethan G. He found out more about this person. Well, I guess the only place we can go is... Well, no, I suppose he's an accountant. He might be Jewish. He said he was going to be at Temple. So we can go back here rather than to over here. Let's go and look up on our computer. rather than interacting with a person. Ugh. You want to interact with a person, eh? Oh. Hold on 1 second. Do I know anything more about you? I just know you're Ethan G. I mean, if I search for Ethan G, that's going to be a lot of people. Stone. Yenta. Oh. Yenta. Search. Ethan G. Ethang! There's nothing for Ethang. Alright, okay. I guess I'll go away. If I come back, do I need to put my stuff in again? Let's find out. No. Cool. I've got no computer security whatsoever. I'll just leave it up and running. We'll go back to thing and see if we can find a name for you. Hey. I like how it shows, you know, her life going on before we arrive. And that she's just standing there staring out the windows. She is not doing all right with his death.
Mrs. Lauder.
Oh, it's you. Come on in.
Insert your notes. Who is Ethan G?
Do you know if your husband did any business with a man named Ethan?
Ethan. The name sounds familiar, but I can't place it. I'm sorry. To be honest, I didn't really keep up with the business side of things. Is he involved?
Hard to say.
Oh, I mean, he's your accountant.
Do you know anything about Ethan G meeting up with Joe DeMarco?
Ethan G? The name sounds very familiar, but I can't place it. I'm sorry.
Ugh.
Have you ever heard of the name Joe DeMarco?
Joe. Yes, I've heard of Joe. He was one of our first investors.
He invested in Charming?
Yes.
Why did you need an investor?
Well, we didn't have much money to start the business with. All the banks saw us as a poor risk, so we needed independent investors.
Have you ever met Joe?
Jack handled the money stuff, although I know Jack didn't like him.
Why not?
He didn't say, he just didn't like him. But we were desperate, so we had no choice.
How did they meet each other?
I think they were introduced. At the temple of all places.
At Temple? So Joe DeMarco is Jewish?
Maybe. Why?
DeMarco is not a very Jewish name.
And that's important to you, is it?
Not to me, no. But it's certainly significant.
I was going to say, I mean, yes, it is important to you. It's very important to you. That's why you had the argument with the man who's dead, Jack. That's his name. I remember.
You really think Joe DeMarco is Jewish?
I told you. I have no idea.
Which temple do you go to? Tell me so that I can go there and ask, yeah? Is that it? I can just... Alright, you got anything
Have
more
you
to
ever
say?
heard of the name Joe DeMarco?
Joe?
Just
Joe. He
going
was...
through the same thing,
Yes.
alright.
Why did you...
Well, all the back. So we needed...
Have you ever...
Jack. Although I know...
Why not?
He didn't, but we were...
How did they...
I think at the temple.
At Temple? So
Maybe.
DeMarco...
And that's...
Not to me, but it's certainly...
Alright, I mean... Thanks.
I'm going to leave now. I'll see what else I can discover.
Thanks.
Alright,
I
let me go back
guess.
to the computer that was in the other place. Maybe I missed... Maybe the email was said, hey, his name is Ethan Godliman or something. Accountants. Goldberg. There we go. Ethan Goldberg. That will be his name then. Jack had an accounting firm. Okay. So I need to put those two together myself. Ethan Goldberg. Now we'll go back and search Rabbi Net or whatever it was called. Ethan Goldberg. Accountant dead in Murray Hill shooter. Oh my god. With one rush of triumph, I knew I'd found my man. I mean, that's crap. Yay, I found my man. Oh god, he's dead as well. Alright. Ethan Goldberg of Beth Tikva was found dead last night in Murray Hill alleyway outside Paddy O'Hare's pub. The victim of an apparent mugging. We at Rowan express our sympathies to Ethan's family and friend. Okay, so Beth Tikva, I guess, is the next thing to look up. Beth Tikva, is that right? Beth Tikva Synagogue, contact information. Excuse me. Beth Tikva Synagogue, 321 West 82nd Street. Chief Rabbi Amos Zelig. Alright. Well, that's where we're headed then. The upper west side. The huge area there. Alright, here we are. Window. Tastefully stained glass window surveyed the synagogue from its high vantage point.
I suppose it's okay.
I mean, they get these things and we don't. In our thing. Alright, can I take it with me? It was firmly attached to the window frame. Curses! Cantor Lectern is an elegant affair made from lacquered oak. It looks brand new. Not like our one.
Meh. I've seen better.
I'm gonna try and see it. It wouldn't match my home furnishing. The services must have just ended. They hadn't gotten around to putting the Torah away yet.
I can't believe they're just leaving it here for anyone to come in and take it. They must have dozens of them in a back room somewhere.
I don't think that matters, right? I mean, as in, if somebody took the Torah, it'd still be like a desecration of the temple, right? Even if you had 100 of them in the back, it wouldn't be the same as not having this stolen to begin with. Central podium of lacquered oak. It looked brand new and smelled of recent polish.
Meh. I've seen better.
And photos. Let's look at these photos. Shoulder photo showed a group of children sitting around a table. Two men flank the children, smiling at the camera. Like they had just won the lottery. Captured by Jay Silver and E. Goldberg. The duty of Best Tackle Youth Centre. Alright. I mean, there's E. Goldberg. I mean, I cannot combine this with this, but... Alright, I guess I have to go in the back there? I don't see anything else. That's right, let's hold down the right. Yeah, okay, in through the door then. The backstage door. Hello. I know your backstage secrets and can just walk into places, because I am also Rabbi.
Yes,
You're the chief rabbi here at Beth Tikva.
I do carry that honor. So, what can I do for you, Mr.
Rabbi, actually. Rabbi Stone.
Well, fancy that. I can always spare time for a fellow rabbi.
Good,
What brings
because
you to
I'll
our
be back
humble
repeatedly.
synagogue?
Direct approach, indirect approach, rabbinical approach. It's time for the direct approach. I know you're a rabbinical person, but I think...
I want to ask
I'm
a
just
few
gonna go
questions
straight
about Jack Lauder.
Lauder. Where do I know that name?
He came to your place. Flippant, honest, rabbinically honest.
He was a member of your congregation. He died a few days ago.
That's right. The funeral service was yesterday.
I completely forgot his
honestly don't
name.
know where my head is these days.
You
Exactly.
conducted the ceremony?
Yes, his wife insisted on it.
Did she now?
If I may ask, what is your interest in Mr. Lauder?
I think it's personal reasons. Personally, I want the money that he's going to give me.
He was a friend.
Was he? A
Long
close
ago.
one? No, imagine not. Jack was a member of Beth Tikva. Not... what synagogue did you say you were from?
I
I
didn't.
didn't.
My mistake.
Alright. Hey. Do you know Joe DeMarco?
Does the name Joe DeMarco mean anything to you?
DiMarco?
Yes.
Sounds Italian. Other than that, it means
So
nothing.
we're going with
Sorry.
stereotypical mafia then, are we? Joe had
Do
a
you know
meeting.
anything about Ethan G meeting up with Joe DeMarco?
In all honesty, I have no idea who Joe DiMarco is. So I'm afraid the answer is no.
The fact that you said in all honesty, I mean, I'm not accusing you of anything, but most people when they say in all honesty, they're not being honest at all.
Did a Joe DeMarco ever belong to this temple?
DiMarco. That's hardly a Jewish name.
I know.
Although it's difficult to say. As I told you, it's difficult to keep track of individual congregation members.
He was an investor in Jack Lauder's company. Does that mean anything to you?
I don't know. Should it?
No, I suppose not.
You're answering a question with a question.
I was hoping you could tell me something about Ethan Goldberg. I know he used to work here.
Ethan? Oh, what a tragedy. That man did wonders for this community. It's a shame what happened to him.
You know about his death?
Of course, I conducted the funeral service myself.
I recently found out that Ethan Goldberg and Jack Lauder did business together.
Really? I'm not surprised. Ethan offered his services to many people. He was a whiz with an adding machine. So I heard.
Alright. So, comment on various oddities. This just sounds like I'm being petty because you have a better thing than I have. But anyway, ask about
Is there anything you can tell me about Mr. Lauder?
I'm afraid not, Rabbi Stone. My congregation is rather large, and Mr. Lauder seldom attended services. I'm sure I don't need to tell you what that's like.
You certainly don't.
No, don't tell me about how you've got really large services. Alright, comment on various oddities. I don't know what you mean.
Doesn't any of this strike you as odd?
Should it?
Two Jewish men, both in business together and both belonging to the same synagogue, are killed within 2 weeks of each other. A third man, who may or may not be Jewish, is nowhere to be found. There are only two connections between these three men. One is Jack's business, the other is this synagogue.
Rabbi Stone, I hope you're not suggesting anything.
I'm not.
Let me finish. People all over the world use religious communities to network and conduct business. This is nothing new. You know this, Rabbi Stone. If there is a connection, it has to do with their business dealings and nothing to do with Beth Tikva. I won't stand for our reputation being tarnished. Do I make myself clear?
As crystal.
I'm glad we understand each other. Now, if you'll excuse me, it is rather late.
I understand. I'll see myself out.
Wait, let me give you my card. Feel free to email me if you have any more questions.
What does that sound mean? Does it mean I have done an important thing? Does it mean I've done a bad thing? Alright. Patio House. Oh, that's where he died, right? And we can go there. We can pretend to be a different rabbi now that we have a different card if we need to. Well, let's go to Murray Hill. Let's have a look at my inventory. Here we are. Let's see. I mean, that's not a very good picture if I wanted to pretend to be them. Unless I put on, I don't know, a load of cotton wool or something. Rabbi Zed Revenant. Oh, Rabbi Zed. What's your Zelig? I'm not. That am I? R. Stone. Not even Rabbi Stone. I suppose it could. The R could stand for Rabbi. It probably stands for Russell though. Graffiti. That wasn't coming off the wall without a tin of paint stripper and an enthusiastic youth group. Alright. Wasn't kind of graffiti with artistic merit. Some sleazy graffiti in the grimy alley. Happen? Huston? I don't know. I guess. There we go. Bar entrance. Says led down to Patio Hares. City Den if there ever was one. Well, let me see everything else that's here. I mean, I don't know why you'd have. There must be some reason, some puzzly reason why you would have this here. Because otherwise, yeah, I could have just walked in. I could have just come straight here. There must be something going on outside at some other point. Oh! Somebody's following me in here. Hey, Joe! You want your usual? No? Okay. Who are you, lady? Women seem to be having an animated conversation with someone who wasn't there! We know who that is!
I just have a drink in peace.
Yeah! That is, the main characters from, the Blackwell series. Rosa, right? Hello?
Excuse me. Hello?
She ignored me. She seemed to be staring into space at something that wasn't there. Another place, another time. Might have stopped to help her. But people like her are a dime a dozen in this city. Alright. Poster attached advertising the latest rock craze adorn the wall. Yeah, let's tear it down. Oh, okay. Hello, bar patron who walked in after me and is in no way suspicious. Photos?
Be quiet.
Some well-faded photographs that were tacked to the wall. I want to take them, all of them. I couldn't reach them, I didn't want to in any case. I mean, you obviously did because you clicked on it. The man stood at the bar, his dull eyes staring at everything and nothing.
Evening.
Yeah?
Make small talk.
Nice night.
Whatever.
Who are you?
So what's your name?
Look, could you leave me alone?
I mean, I could do. It looked like this was the type of place where people didn't want to be bothered. Ask about Joe.
Do you know Joe DeMarco?
Sure I do. That's my name.
Really?
Yeah. What of it?
You're a hard guy to track down.
Well, yippee. You found me. What do you want?
Nice night.
Whatever.
I think it's a nice night, and I just wanted to talk to somebody called Joe, that's all. You know Zelig?
Do you know Rabbi Zelig?
What's a rabbi?
Was he being serious? His true intentions were hidden behind those dull, glassy eyes. Ruse or plain ignorance? It was impossible to
His
tell.
full name is Amos Zelig.
Nope. Sorry.
Oh, okay. What about... What
Are you
religion
Jewish, Mr. DeMarco?
Huh? No. What the hell is Jewish?
Are you... Alright, his ignorance was either fake or genuine. Either way, I had my answer.
Never mind.
I mean... If less than 100%... Sorry, if approximately 1% of the population is Jewish, then every 100 people you meet, one of them will be Jewish. I mean, that doesn't mean that is a guarantee, or that the Jewish person that you meet will come out and say, hey, look at me, I'm Jewish, all the time. So you wouldn't necessarily know they are Jewish, but to be able to not hear, oh, I'm Jewish, or even know that Jewish is a type of religion, that's willful ignorance. You know Ethan? He died just outside the bar.
What's your beef with Ethan Goldberg?
What?
Never heard of him.
Your name appears in connection with his.
Lots of Ethan Goldbergs. Lots of Joe DeMarcos. Both
Yep.
are common names. You got nothing. So leave me alone.
Ethan was killed just outside of this bar.
Coincidence. You still got nothing.
It's me. What about Jack?
What's your connection with Jack Lauder?
Don't know him.
Sure you do. He wrote you a number of checks.
Whoever he wrote them to, it wasn't me.
Your name is on the checks.
Could be
Then
anybody.
it's some other Joe DeMarco. Get out of here.
Dun dun dun. Goodbye.
So long.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that. Alright, hey bartender. Bartender surveyed his domain with the expression of one hoping something better will come along.
Excuse
someone.
me.
Bartender glared at me with vague disinterest. Hey there, do you know Jack?
Do you know a Mr. Jack Lauder?
Yeah, there's no indication that he ever came here. Bartender rolled his eyes and began eyeing the other customers. He wasn't a very talkative fellow. What about Ethan?
I'm looking for information on Ethan Goldberg. He was killed outside of this bar.
Bartender shrugged.
Do you know anything about it?
Yeah, he glared and told me everything I needed to know without asking more questions. No, about asking more questions. That's about Joe.
I'm looking for information on Joe DeMarco.
Rolled his eyes and glared daggers at me. I wasn't going to get any information out of him. There was a flicker of recognition in his eyes. Eh.
Can't I just have a drink in peace?
I mean, do you know Joe DeMarco? Given that you can, talk to spirits and somebody died just outside. I didn't think
Excuse
I
me.
needed to do anything
Hello?
with you. Ignore me, she seemed to be staring in space. Something that wasn't there. No time, another place, I would have stopped here a dime a dozen. Alright, well, I mean, what have I missed in here? Anything? Jukebox and shelves. Shelves. A large selection of wines and spirits lay on the shelves. Well, I want them. I didn't come here to drink. So what? A large selection of wines and spirits lay on the shelves. I mean, it might be nice to just, have a drink to help to ease the bartender into talking to us. No jukebox sported a large sign that read, "Out of order." Well, we're taking it then. It's ours now if it's out of order. Jukebox was broken. Hey, yeah, do I have to hold it? And no, I can't combine. Oh,
Be quiet.
It's only conversational or something. I cannot, like, grab it to use. Alright, let's see if anybody's going to follow me outside and beat me to death now. Now I've identified you're Joe DeMarco. No? Alright. Let's go back to, what's her faces? And say, hey, your husband died. Guess what? His accountant died too. Things are going on in the business. Spooky things. Well, not spooky. Murderous things.
Mrs. Lauder.
Oh, it's you. Come on in.
It's me. Consult my notes. Hey, Goldberg, he died.
Do you know an Ethan Goldberg?
Oh, Ethan Goldberg. Yeah, I know him.
Who is he?
An accountant. We used him to handle taxes and complicated documents for the business. Not full-time, just on a consultant basis. Wait, is he involved in this?
Not anymore. He's dead.
dead.
What? Since when?
About a week or two ago. Murdered.
My God, what is happening?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Alright, well, what about Joe's meeting?
Do you know anything about Ethan G meeting up with Joe DeMarco?
I'm afraid not. If they met, I'm sure it had something to do with the business. Ethan was our accountant and Joe was our primary investor. Although I have no idea what they'd want to talk about.
Investments. I mean, provided they weren't threatening him to pay money. I mean, provided they weren't threatening him and everything that he was paying to Joe, that Jack was paying to Joe, was, you know, in accordance with what they had said at the beginning of the investment, then, why did it matter where it was going? I mean, it could be, you could be being accidentally being upfront for the person, but, I mean, the only money they could have laundered was, like, however much they invested right at the beginning. I don't know. Is Joe Jewish?
You really think Joe DeMarco is Jewish?
I told you, I have no idea.
Have
Joe
you
DeMarco?
ever heard of the name Joe DeMarco?
Joe? Joe. He was one.
He and...
Yes.
Why did you need...
Well, we'd all the band, so we needed.
Alright,
Have you
okay.
ever met...
Jack had, although I know
Why not?
he didn't say, but we were desperate.
How did they meet?
I think at the temp,
At temp? So Joe
maybe.
DeMarco is...
And that's
Okay,
Not to
well,
me, but
let's
it's-
go and look up Joe DeMarco on the computer, eh?
I'm
Bye-bye.
going to leave now. I'll see what else I can discover.
Maybe it's a
thanks,
different Joe
I
DeMarco.
guess.
Maybe we can email him and say, hey, Joe, I'm a rabbi. I'm coming for you. You can't stop the rabbi. Alright. Joe DeMarco. Joe DeMarco result in over 10,000 results. Please narrow your search. No? How can there be over 10,000 ones when they're talking about how it isn't any good? Zelig. Let's look up Zelig. Zelig. There we go. Contact information for Amos Zelig. There we go. Let's take it to our synagogue. And his bio. Amos Zelig moved to New York in 1963 with his wife Carol and his dog Dodger. Since then, he has been one of the most prolific rabbis in the city. His wife and dog are gone now, but Beth Tikva remains one of the strongest centers of the Jewish community. That's good to know, I guess. Can I find Joe DeMarco, and also in connection with Beth Tikva? No. I mean, I might have misspelled that. Have I got anything new? No, welcome to Ravenet. Let's look up Josh. Hey, let's look up Josh Kaplan. Just because we can. Josh Kaplan. Nope, no entries for him. You're not notable, Josh. I even spelt your name correctly as well. let's look up Tomo and see if there's anything fun there. Error! Ravnet error 4304 dismissed. Alright, cool. Thank you. I mean, I don't want to look up Sapple or anything else. Alright, well. Maybe I just want to crawl inside my crawl. Let's have a look at my bookshelf again. Oh, no. Nothing on the bookshelf I wanted to read. Let's go back there. I want to have another look at the computer. See if there's anything I missed with what's going on here. I could look up Weiselbaum as well. No, there's lots of personal checks reading out to Joe DeMarco. I wonder who he is. We know who he is. We know what's going on there, but yeah, I don't know that I need to go to Murder on Broadway. Do I know where to go for Goldberg and Weiselbaum? I mean, I know where he died. Kenny Lou, Ethan G, Rashid Laura. Lou? Alright. Do I need to put 2 and 2 together with my clues? And go Goldberg. Joe's meeting, no? So the infamous Ethan G was Ethan Goldberg and was connected to Joe DeMarco. Unfortunately, Ethan was dead. Couldn't give us any answers firsthand. Okay, yes. JDM and Joe DeMarco are the same, but that's it. Okay, Joe DeMarco Jewish. Tell me that Jack met Joe DeMarco at temple. Did Ethan meet him there also? I mean, I cannot go back to the temple now. Jose, if I could just talk to you, that would be great. But I can't.
Be quiet.
I can't ask you about Ethan or anything. I mean, I don't think you're involved in this game at all. I think this is just an exciting cameo that, you know, you could go, Hala, huzzah, there's things going on. Alright. Oh no, I can't go back there. Damn it. Too late, I've clicked. Let me just double check I can't go back there. No, I can't. I was going to have a look at the photos that were at the place. Right, so there's mine, there's yours, there's the Garment District, there's Patio Hares. I'll go back to Patio Hares and see, can we see anything else? Is there anything here I missed? Just the graffiti. What does the graffiti say? No. Alright, bartender.
Excuse me.
Vague disinterest. I've asked you about all of those.
Evening.
Yeah?
Nice night.
Whatever.
Nice night, whatever. Alright, what about
What's
Ethan
your
again?
beef with Ethan Goldberg?
Never heard of him.
Your name appears in connection with his.
Lots of Ethan Goldbergs. Lots of Joe DeMarcos. Both are common names. You got nothing. So leave me alone.
Ethan was killed just outside of this bar.
Coincidence. You still got nothing.
Alright,
So long.
Yeah.
maybe take me back to the computer in the shaman place. Maybe I should look for Joe DeMarco's shaman. I don't know, but I want to go back to here and look and see if there's any other information about Lots of personal checks to Joe DeMarco. Here we go. Business matters. Must be an oversight. I'll look into it. Strange, the rates do seem unusually high. I'll look into it. Alright, something isn't right. All the wire transfers to different places. Nobody answers the phone at any of them. My account sends a stinking. Don't panic, Jack. I'll get to the bottom of them. Okay, but that doesn't tell me anything about them. Can't talk. Call me now. We need to talk. Got you into the mess. I'll get you out of it. I'm meeting with JDM tonight. Do not write me any more tricks until you hear from me. You must play hardball and pick the wrong guys to mess with. Yeah, I know, but I don't know how. I'm guessing I need to put 2 and 2 together. And look at Joe DeMarco and... Well, we'll look at Joe DeMarco and Shaman and see what we got. Maybe there's a photo of him on the internet, you know, handing over the check as being the primary investor or something. Joe DeMarco and Charming. No intros for Joe DeMarco, Charming. And let me just Joe DeMarco. That's the right one, and it's going to give me 10,000. Yeah, okay. So Joe DeMarco, Ethan Goldberg. I can't put. No, it's obviously not that because it's going to put Goldberg. All right. Patty O'Hare's. There we go. Well, rating 1 out of 3. East 33rd Street between Park and Lexington. Wow, I did not think they still had dives like this in Manhattan. Do not use the bathroom, Jamie. Alright. What about Patty O'Hare's and Joe DeMarco? No. Joe DeMarco investor? No. I mean, I already did Jack Loud, not Launder. Louder. Yeah, we got the things where he was dead. The Garment District. Oh, what if I look for Joe DeMarco, Beth Tikva? Joe DeMarco, Beth Tikva. Or did I already look at that? No entries for that. Ethan Goldberg. Accountant dead in Murray Hill shootout. Alright, what if I look up Murray Hill? No, and what if I look up Joe DeMarco? Murray Hill. No? Not gonna get me anything with this? No. Alright, I'm looking down into the side as there's my thinking face. I am not certain. Alright. I mean... these things don't seem to be connected. Both Joe DeMarco and Ethan were connected to the shaman business in some way, but were they connected to each other? I mean... yes, I know they were, because Goldberg got you into this mess. I'll get you out. Joe with Joe's meeting. Joe DeMarco had to meet with someone named Ethan. Joe was Jewish. The things don't be connected. John Goldberg. Joe's meeting and Joe. Joe's meeting and Joe Jewish. Mrs. Louder told me that Jack met Joe DeMarco at Temple. Did Ethan meet him there also? Yes. John Goldberg. Yeah, we know that. Joe Jewish and Joe's meeting. Joe DeMarco, things don't seem to be connected. Joe Goldberg. Alright, I mean, I've combined all the clues in the ways that I can. There aren't any more. Do I have bills that I'm paying to Joe DeMarco? I don't think so. Records are cleared out every few years. If I want information about a check, you'll have to look elsewhere. Okay. Small crawl place used to store old records. So when it said old records, I assumed it meant vinyls. I don't know why. Let's find just where it was. Banana Benzone. 15 years ago, most of the kids probably have families of their own by now. Well, I mean, okay. It wasn't the kind that opened. That's a shame. The running view of the deli across the street. Well, maybe you should go and get something to eat at the deli. Boxes of wine. You're going to give me a bottle of wine that I could take somewhere? No. Then I need to narrow down Joe DeMarco somehow, right? I put in all the search terms I can think of. Maybe he's not Jewish. I don't. Do I need to put in? Like Joe DeMarco Mensch. Oh, goy. Because that would be silly. Hey, our patron,
Evening.
I'm gonna go through all of your things
Nice.
again.
Nice night.
Whatever.
What's your
Never.
your name?
Lots of both are common. You got nothing.
Ethan was.
Coincidence. You still.
I can't bring up the things. I can't consult my book right
Do you
now.
know
What's up?
his full name?
Nope.
What's your connection with?
Don't know.
Sure, he wrote you.
Whoever he wrote.
Your name.
Then it's some other Joe to get out of here.
Yeah, I will get out of here. 'Cause
So long.
I
Yeah.
don't know how to connect you.
Can't I just have a drink in peace?
No, you can't. Painted old photos with text onto the wall. Okay. Shelf, juice box, posters are supposed to have anything exciting on there? It's fine where it was, yeah. Latest rock craze. And the photos, I mean, none of these photos are of you, right? You and Ethan together for some reason.
Excuse me.
Bartender gains at you.
I'm looking for-
Ethan.
Do you know any?
What about Joe?
I'm looking for information on Joe DeMarco.
Narrowed eyes and glared daggers at him. I mean, I wasn't going to get any information out of him, but was there a flicker of recognition in his eyes? I mean, it's that guy right there. Can't walk off over here to see something, right? There's nothing over there. Alright, so Joe DeMarco Mensch? I think that's misspelled there. Is it Mensch with an S? Mensch? SCH? Yeah, SCH. Alright. Joe DeMarco. Helpful guy. Joe DeMarco. Goy. No? Joe DeMarco. 10,000 results. Please narrow your search. How are there over 10,000 Joe DeMarcos? If I... give me a joke. Once she walks into a post office and back to his wife. First one that says, the package is too heavy, you'll need another stamp. And she replies, and that should make it lighter? Ha 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 ha. Alright. I don't know what I should be putting together here. I might have to cheat. You might actually have to watch me cheat here. When I find a Shivah walkthrough. And now you're not going to be able to hear any of the music because it's one of those games where you can't be doing it. You can't be doing both at the same time. Alright, here we are. Go to the place, make your way to the Lauder residence, talk to the Lauders, deal with those, head to the synagogue, exhaustive dialogue, visit Mrs. Lauder, talk to Mrs. Lauder about them. New clue will appear. Joe, Jewish, leave and enter the Rabbi Beth Tower. Talk to the rabbi. Various oddities, the rabbi will give you his business card, shown to your office. Search for Amos Ziegler. Read the information and find out about his wife and dog. Log in and sign up with... Oh, okay. At no point would I have got that. At no point would I have got that. Amos Zelig. Sorry, not Ziegler. Right, here we are. Bio. So now I've got this, and there's his dog, Dodger. Why would I ever have gone... I log out. I log in as Rabbi Zed and go Dodger. Really? Really? Why would I think like... I mean, I guess now I can look at your mail and find Joe DeMarco. But, oh my god! No! No! Have you got a different joke? Howard, a young gay man, telephones his mother. Oh, I decided to go back in the closet. I mean, oh, right. Yes, I've heard this joke before, and it's a crappy, crappy joke. What happened to the nice bad boy you were dating last year? Ha 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 ha. Alright, here we go. Welcome to Bravnet. The oldest way to bring Jews together as a unit. Oh, the newest way, sorry. Now search. Joe Kotok. Wonderful. Hello, Rabbi Zelig. You finally joined the 21st century, eh? It's about time. Ha ha, Mazel Tov, etc. Jay Newman. Just wanted to congratulate you on another hair-raising sermon today. Everyone was glued to the seats. See you next Friday. They got very different emails, haven't they, compared to what I get. Oh, Tomo again. The network protection needs. Contact Tomo. D. Small. Rabbi Zelig just got back home. Thanks for giving me a tour of your temple. It's interesting to see how things are done in the big city. At B Crossing. This summer is always awe-inspiring. You're right, times have changed since Bible times, but people sure haven't. Is that a reference? I don't know, anyway. Thanks again, Amos. Be sure to look me up the next time you're in our neck of the woods, David Small. Ethan. Rabbi, I'm a bit concerned about the investor you set Jack up with. Can you tell me what you know about him? Nope, apparently not. Thanks! Yo, Rabbi, thanks for the care sticks. Hope we can be of service. Happy we could be of service. Tim. J. Loud from showingfashion.com. Rabbi Zelig, I appreciate that you took time to help us out. We were cash poor and in serious need of help, but I can't help but be concerned. Sure, this investor is on the up and up. He has money, certainly, but this man gives me serious creeps. I need the money, so I will accept money for now. I was hoping you could tell me more about him. Thanks, Jack. I mean, that is from... That's got to be prior to all of everything is going on there. But anyway, Roy at undisclosedemail.com, no subjects. Amos, if that goblin character is making waves, you know what to do. So did Amos kill it? Well, that's the thing. Jared DeMarco, on it. Got your message. Ethan's been giving me trouble, so that's not a problem. I'll be in touch when I chat with him. Alright. Say Sandman. Wow! Rabbi, I just wanted to write and tell you how excellent your service was. My friend dragged me on Friday, even though I don't usually do the temple thing. Already signed up. You've got a new member. I'll be going to your temple from now on. I'm already looking forward to next Friday. Jennifer Sandman. A. Goldberg. Thank you. Thank you, Rabbi Zelig, for the lovely service you performed for my husband, Ethan. Your kind words and wonderful anecdotes put everyone at ease, especially me. As you know, Ethan worked very hard for the Jewish community until Lethbridge sent Beth Tikva. I'm sure he was very happy to know his work was appreciated. Thank you again, Rabbi Zelig. I will see you bright and early Friday night. Alison Goldberg. I mean, I want to contact Alison Goldberg and tell her, hey, your rabbi's been a bad, bad person. But no. Ethan? Rabbi, the police are asking me about Ethan. I told them who he was meeting, and they say it's not important. Really? Not important? How can this not be important? Rabbi, why aren't you doing something? I'm sure he has something to do with this. What have you gotten us mixed up into? Ah, Blackwell. There we go. Rosa Blackwell. Right, so see, thank you for answering my questions. The article will appear next week. Oh, Rosangela. Yep. Be louder. Calm down. Ethan is dead. I fear for my life. Your so-called investor is demanding more interest. He's threatening me and my wife. You tell him to calm down. How could you do this? How can you get so involved with a creep like that? And tell me you're not involved. When I think of you looking all holy and pious during Ethan's funeral service, I want to throw up. Can't even tell my wife. I'm so ashamed of myself. I think I was so blinded by greed that I couldn't see beneath the surface. What do you mean you were blinded by greed? You wanted to get your business set up. I don't know that that's greedy. But anyway, I was better off with Stone. He was pig-headed and arrogant, but at least you knew where you stood. Watch your back, Rabbi. I'm going to get to the bottom of this. Don't think this is over. You call yourself a Jew. Oh, that's Jews turning their backs on Jews. Joe DeMarco. Got it. You're certainly keeping me busy. I got your message. I'll let you know when it's done, Joe. Now louder. Rabbi Zelig, I'm not Jewish myself, but Jack was very devout. I felt I owed it to give him a proper Jewish funeral. Thank you so much for your help, for answering all my questions. I'm sure Jack would have appreciated the effort. Oh, would he? I don't think he would have done. And the care that you put into the service. I'm going to try to prepare a proper Shivah. You're welcome to come by to pay your respects. Thank you again. Proceed a louder. Well, shit. I mean, now I know those things. I don't know that I can do anything with those things. Maybe I need to go back to the bar. But, you know, I want to tell his wife, hey, you know that guy who you were complimenting? He was the one who had your husband killed, possibly. I want to tell you about Jack Lauder and the investments. I mean, surely you can't do this.
Mrs. Lauder.
Oh, it's you. Come on in.
Now that Joe DeMarco has killed Jack, when she takes over the business, you're gonna come up to her and say, hey, you've got to keep making these payments because of the thing that was going on. And then she's not going to put two and two together and work out that death was your fault? No?
You really think?
Okay. Yeah, I know you don't have any idea. Alright, I can't tell you that. I can't tell you that I think I know who did it. Fine, onwards we go. Hey, Joe. Oh, I could have looked up more. Now that I had email addresses and searched for Joe DeMarco. I know, you're part of it.
Yeah?
Put holes in his story.
Your name comes up yet again, Mr. DeMarco. This time in several emails addressed to Rabbi Zelig.
So?
So what's the deal?
It wasn't me. It was another Joe.
Yeah.
Can it? Sing another tune, because I'm sick of the old one. It's enough evidence to book you if I choose to go to the police.
Then
So
go
are
to
you
the
gonna
police.
tell me what's
Otherwise
going
you're
on?
gonna get shot. Joe DeMarco gave me the once-over. His dull, pale eyes explored my face. He knitted his eyebrows as if doing some internal calculations, and then he finally nodded.
Fine. You want to talk? Let's talk. But not here. Follow me.
You're gonna get shot now. I mean, you're not, but hey. Door. That door just opened through me.
Come on, Rabbi. We'll have more privacy down here.
Alright, to the subway. I definitely want more privacy with you, because I don't want to be killed. Because you will, kill me. Hello.
You've pissed off the wrong people, Rabbi.
I didn't piss off anybody.
I had no problem with you. But now, gotta kill you.
No, you didn't.
I see. You're an assassin.
I had a feeling you were smart. Your people are in this very, very deep.
My people? You mean the Jews?
A very cozy operation.
Nonchalant response. I mean, this... Alright, I mean, I don't know who you say I pissed off, because you have not had any contact with anybody. Given the year in which this is set, I don't think you have a mobile phone that can access your email, so nobody else knew that I was onto you. Anyway.
Oh? Do tell.
Don't think I'll be doing that. Professional courtesy. Say goodbye.
You think I'll go so easily?
Don't make me laugh, old man.
You'll pay for their deaths. You really think you'll get away with this? You're a despicable human being. You'll pay for their deaths in this life or the next.
You'll pay for their deaths.
Wrong!
No, it jetted towards my face. No, it didn't. It moved vaguely towards where my stomach was, but anyway. And I swerved desperately to avoid it. I felt it prick my ear. Did you?
I've already been paid.
That money is tainted with immense suffering. How can you live with yourself? You really don't want to do this. That money is tainted with immense suffering. I mean,
That
presumably
money
you're going
is
to fall onto
tainted
the
with
track
immense
and
suffering.
die from the train coming along. Sharp steel dive bomb towards me like Judgment Day. Instinctively I flinched. Hear it tear the fabric of my shirt.
Money's money, no matter where it comes from.
How can you live with yourself?
How can you live with yourself?
I've been doing this since I was 12 years old. You get used to it.
And you haven't been caught or anything? How does a 12-year-old commit murder? You're a monster. The blood of countless innocents is on your hand. How does a 12-year-old commit murder?
How does a
I mean, I know
12-year-old
how.
commit murder?
The same
Same
way
as
that
anyone.
I was gonna
Someone
say, yeah.
asked me to, so I did.
That's the most horrible thing I've ever heard of. Do you do everything people ask you to? Yeah.
Do you do everything people ask you to?
If the price is right.
Cool. Let me go. I will pay you, 1 business card. Double whatever you've been paid. No, what happened to you? Why are you so angry? Please put the knife down. Why are you so angry, man?
What happened to you? Why are you so angry?
Stop asking me these stupid questions! I am what I am, alright?
Murdering scum is what you are. Tell me more about your childhood. Why are you being so defensive? Oh, am I meant to be doing questions with questions?
Why are you being so defensive?
I am not being defensive.
Aha, I gotcha. You hiding from something? Then put down the knife. You hiding from something?
Are you hiding from something?
What? No? What the hell are you talking about?
I think you're just a scared little boy. Why are you hiding behind that knife?
Are you hiding behind that knife?
Well, no!
Care to prove it? Yeah, I'm just going to keep
Care
questioning.
to prove it?
What?
Go on. You don't need the knife? Prove it. Or are you nothing but a nebbish?
You son of a bitch. I don't need a knife to take your sorry ass. Heh. Old man, you're funny. You think your God's going to help you out of this?
Perhaps. Perhaps not. But my 4 years on the B'nai B'rith Yeshiva High School boxing team will even the odds.
What the hell, man?
Now I'm going
Perhaps
to
you
pull out my
didn't
knife
hear
and
me
stab
the
you.
first time. Now, do I have your attention?
Let me go, man.
You have 2 choices. You can answer my questions, or I throw you onto the tracks.
What? You're crazy.
Am I? Train's coming. Make your choice.
Fine. Fine.
Who sent you?
Answer. Zelig.
Zelig?
He's hooked in deep with the mafioso. Did you know that? He'd find struggling businessmen like your friends Jack and Ethan, and then hook them up with investors.
Investors?
Ethan
Mafia
was on it as well.
investors.
That doesn't
He got
make
them
sense.
involved with the mob?
Alright.
Yes. He got them in debt so deep they needed a tractor to pull them out. When they refused to pay, I was called in to take care of them.
So you killed Jack Lauder and Ethan Goldberg.
Yes.
I see. Well, one question remains. What should I do with you?
Just let me go.
Well,
Sure, I can just let you go. I mean, that's obviously not... I needed you alive in order to, you know...
good riddance.
In order to prove my innocence, but, you know, there we go. Oh, she's left a note on the Cold, sullen quiet radiated from the wooden panels of the door. Call it intuition, call it boldness, call it plain old curiosity. Somehow I knew the door would be unlocked.
Hello?
Hello.
Mrs. Lauder? Rodshri? Hello? Oh no.
The interior of the apartment was a mess. Chairs were overturned, glasses were broken, and the telltale sign of a struggle was evident, or were evident. It wasn't over yet, not by a long shot. Look at this note.
A note?
Shalom, Rabbi Stone. Evidently, my associate proved unable to complete his task. As he did not contact me at the usual time, I believe we have business to discuss. Do stop on by. Address on the Upper East Side follows.
Zelig.
Zelig! I could have walked away. I was getting Jack's money. I had solved the mystery. My conscience was clear. Apart from the guy that I just killed, my conscience was clear. Also, the woman who is now in trouble because of me. Yet the angry cries of a dead man screamed in my soul.
Jack, I'm sorry, Jack. As a man, I wished you all the happiness in the world. But as a rabbi, as a religious leader out of duty, I could not accept it. Can you understand? Jack! Jack! Forgive me, Jack. I'm sorry I cast you out. I'm sorry my actions sent you down this path. Get a hold of yourself, Stone. This isn't your doing.
No, was that an emotional moment? Revelation-y bit? I don't know. It was certainly seemed to be pushed too far. All men have reasons for doing what they do. Some reasons are good, while some others are definitely evil. But most lie somewhere in between. For once my reasons were crystal clear.
Zelig.
Zelig! You're mine, Zelig. Kind of. I could go back to the garment district. Have I missed something there, then? Don't know why I can keep coming back here. Alright, well, let's go to the Upper East Side, the Zelig residence.
Enter.
It's time.
Rabbi Stone, how good of you to come.
You didn't leave me much choice, Rabbi Zelig.
That's not entirely fair. You could have walked away.
I made a commitment.
And you're so good at those, aren't you?
Tell me what you want.
I only want this, Stone. You're going to walk over to the balcony. Take a nice long look at the view. Enjoy it. It costs a bundle. Then, when you've thought carefully about what brought you here, you're going to jump over the edge.
I'm not going to do a rabbinical response. Nah, I'm not going to do that. I mean, I don't know that you've got a gun or anything on you right now. So if I rushed you immediately, I could get there and tackle you down to the ground.
You can forget it.
Oh, really? Not even to save her life?
Oh, now you've pulled out the gun. Confrontational, negative. I mean, you're threatening me. You're not threatening her. So, you're pointing the gun in the wrong direction at that point.
I still won't do it.
Stone, Stone, Stone. Refusing will get you nowhere. Your loyalty to this shiksa is admirable, but I have no love of either of you. I can just as easily shoot her, then you, and throw you both off the balcony.
I
prefer to avoid complications. But it's the same to me either way.
You
Unless
think
you
you'll
paid
get
off the
away with
police.
this?
You have no idea what you're messing with, Stone. This goes way beyond you or me.
I don't claim to see what lies beyond. All I see is a man charged with leading his people, but instead leads them to their deaths.
It's not that simple, Stone. It never is. Pull your head out of the clouds and take a look around. This is how the world works. So, are you going to jump? Or is this going to get messy?
You've got as much chance of me jumping as you have of getting blood out of a stone. Wait, my name's Stone and I will bleed when I hit the ground? Refuse. I could grab his gun. I'm just gonna refuse.
No, I won't do it.
Very well.
Holy, you shot her!
Wow.
What? You're surprised?
Yes.
I gave you ample warning. So, are you going to jump? Or am I going to shoot you too? I warn you. I won't make your death as quick as hers.
Denounce his crime. That's an odd... I mean, that's not an odd thing. It's a weird prompt to see, even if it, fits in with the setting that we've got here. So, yeah.
You'll never get away with this.
Stone, you are in no position to argue with me. This gun? Untraceable. I'll say it's yours. And with your troubled financial situation and your synagogue in tatters, I doubt the police would question your actions too strongly.
What are you talking about? It happened here. You are going to have gunshot residue on your hands, Rabbi. I'm not. Oh my god, the logistics. Alright. Sure, I'm going to agree to go outside and throw myself off the top and hope that I get a better opportunity rather than just getting shot here immediately.
Alright, you win,
I
Zelig.
assume
You hold
that if
all
I
the cards.
refused and got
Good
shot,
boy.
that wouldn't
It
have been
can
the end
be
of the
taught.
game. They would have gone,
Start
I got
walking.
more. Alright, now grab the gun.
Now, open the door, Stone.
I mean, I walked right past you.
Now, move.
Oh, I've got to climb up the top, have I? Okay. Stall him.
Can it, Stone? You're on the edge. Now die with dignity and jump.
That's not how it works.
Nothing you can possibly say will change things, Stone.
What if I say I and hold the
Nothing
background
you
music?
can possibly say will change things, Stone.
I think I need you to come a bit closer, so I'll climb over the edge.
Well, what are you waiting for?
Admire the view.
Just admiring the view?
Yes, it is nice, isn't it?
You're turned away! Grab his gun! I was too far away from where I was sitting. Alright. I don't want to jump. Climb back onto the balcony. Whoop!
Having a change of heart? Well,
Yeah.
make up your mind.
Grab his gun. There we go, I get shot. The bullet caught me in the left arm. The pain flared like a
Your
supernova.
bravado is irritating.
I mean,
now,
but now
jump!
I am closer now. My right shoulder exploded in a fiery furnace of pain. Black dots dotted in front of my vision as I struggled to keep focus. I mean...
Your capacity for pain is indeed impressive. I'm almost tempted to watch you bleed where you stand.
Right, but now I can
time
grab-
is short.
now I can grab
jump
your gun.
Or die.
Right? No, okay. I know.
My, aren't you the brave one?
Yes.
I really hoped to avoid this.
I had solved the case, but at the cost of my life. Lillig was a detestable man, but he would go on living. As for me, I couldn't help but wonder. What if I go back and do that again? A man like that shouldn't be allowed to walk the streets, let alone run a synagogue. I guess I'll never know. No, you won't, apparently. There we go. I don't know if there's a save point, because I certainly didn't save during that, so I don't know. Let's find out, shall we? I mean, I assume that is not the only ending. I assume jumping to my death is not the only ending as well. Okay. If I say load, I've got an autosave. Okay. And before we do that, let's have a look and see what achievements we've achieved. With Sugar, kill Joe DeMarco. Okay. You got thrown out by Rabbi Zelig. Really? I guess we got to that point. Yeah. Okay. Remain polite and civil. Get Rashid on the side. Okay. All right. Get thrown out. Clug. Wise, smart, or clever? Combine two clues. I mean, yeah, that was simple. And then, okay. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Presumably one of them is don't kill the guy, don't get her killed. And super... No. That must be killing him at the end. Or getting rid of him at the end. Real gentleman. Oh, that's because I was clicking on it. Okay. The best of what you do. So these are clues. I assume. A fighter, usually for a cause. Yeah. Bring shame upon your fellow Jews. It's up to all of us in English. And Shrocky. Darkness and gloom with no end in sight. I mean, presumably I get that by throwing myself on the top. I don't know. Let's see where we continue from. And now I have to go here. Okay. And now you're not threatening.
Enter.
Alright,
Yeah,
hey.
but
You didn't.
that's not. You could.
I'm.
And you're.
Tell me what.
I only. You're
We
going
know
to
all of this,
enjoy
alright,
then.
thank you.
You're going.
Yeah, and I liked how, I didn't mention this before, but I liked how the background of this guy's portrait went red when it was definitely revealed he was evil. Okay, incredulous.
What? You must be joking.
Do I look like I'm joking, Stone?
You must be if you think I'd kill myself on your say-so.
Oh, really? Not even to save her life?
Okay, negative
I
response.
still.
Stone, refuse your but I can.
You think you'll.
You have these go.
I don't call.
Yeah, I know
said
it goes
is
well
stupid.
beyond.
Nope,
That's
never
not,
pull
it never
your-
is.
this
Dude,
is
look
how
at the
we
clouds.
saw.
Am I gonna? No, I'm gonna refuse,
No.
and I'm gonna get her killed.
I won't do it.
because I want
Very
to.
well.
I want to go to the
Holy,
point where I
you
was
shut-
before.
What? I gave you. So, I wore.
So I think what I've got to do. First of all, I'll do
You'll
natural
ne-
grind.
Stone. This guy.
And then I think what I've got to do
Alright,
is
you
the same thing that I did
Zelig.
before.
You
Get
hold
shot
all the
twice, and then
cards.
go to
Good
go over,
boy.
and then
He can
admire
be
the view.
taught.
And while you're admiring the
Start
view,
walking.
I grab the gun because you're looking elsewhere.
Now, open.
Yes, open the door, Stone.
Now, move.
Alright. Stall him.
Can it, Stone? You're on the edge. Now die with dignity
So
and
now
jump.
you move closer to me. Alright, now I climb over the edge.
Well, what are you waiting for?
Oh, right, no. Now I want to climb back again.
Having well,
Yep, now I want to grab your gun. That gets me one.
your bravo
Supernova
now.
Pain. Grab his cane again. Yep. Now
Your
I'm right
capacity
there in front
almost
of you.
a time now.
Now I climb over the edge.
Well, what are you waiting for?
I'm admiring the view.
Just admiring the view.
Now I am right
Yes,
here
it
up
is
close
nice,
and personal.
isn't it?
Now I can grab your gun. Haha! Weak from blood loss, I couldn't get hold of the gun. It slid out my fingers like melting butter.
You momser! You are a nothing! What's this? You think you can knock me out like some common street punk?
He was old and certainly not strong as me, but those two bullets had taken their toll.
I am Amos Zelig. I've spearheaded the strongest Jewish synagogue in Manhattan for over 30 years. Who are you, little rabbi?
Oh, throw a punch. Who do you think I am? Is this how a rabbi acts? Do you think you can win this fight? Well, here we are. Rabbi fight. Oh, I'm blocking most of the... Oh, well. Who do you think I
You
am?
think I am?
I'm blocking
Those
most of
tricks won't
the
work with me,
things down
Stone.
there. I
I've
didn't
been
realise
playing
I'm
that
an
game
idiot.
since you were knee-high to my tuchus. You think you can out-rabbi me?
Why don't you just give up?
Why don't you just give up?
Why don't you just die?
How can you face God knowing what you've done? Is all this worth your soul, Zelig?
Is all this worth your soul, Zelig?
I'm not giving up my soul for anything, Stone. Is all this worth your life?
Are you happy with your life, Zelig?
Are you happy with this life, Zelig?
Yes. Are you?
Don't you know who I am?
Don't you know who I am?
Don't make me laugh. You think you're special?
No. Oh, ow. Last chance. Do you want to give up?
Last chance. You want to give up?
No. Do you want to die?
How can anyone respect you?
How can anyone respect you?
Power breeds respect, Stone. But you've never had either, have you?
Are there others like you? I mean,
Are
that's...
there others like you?
More than you can possibly imagine.
Is this how a rabbi acts?
Is this how a rabbi acts?
This is how the world acts.
Ow. How can you live with
How
yourself?
can you live with yourself?
With power, respect, and money. I manage quite well.
How can you face God knowing what you've done?
How can you face God knowing what you've done?
God knows more than anyone how the world works. I'm sure he understands.
Alright. How can you be happy with
How
this
can you
life?
be happy with this life?
Do you see this apartment? Do you see this view? Trust me, I am very happy with this life. Can you say the same?
No, not really. Do you think a rabbi should act this way?
You really
I mean, I
think
don't
a
know
rabbi
what I am
acts
trying
this
to
way?
achieve here.
I told you, Stone. This is how the world is. Get used to it.
I mean, you are punching me. Am I meant to be... I don't know if I'm choosing the wrong responses to get to punch you, or if I'm meant to allow you to punch me all the way over, and then, you know, we'll swap sides at the last minute and you'll fall over the edge to your death. I ask again, how can you live with yourself?
I ask again, how can you live with yourself?
I have all the prestige and respect money can buy, Stone. I live quite comfortably.
Think people will respect you after this?
People really respect you after all this?
I already told you, Stone. Power breeds respect. But you wouldn't know what that's like, would you?
Nope. Are you ready to die?
Are you ready to die?
Are you?
Do you think you can win this fight?
You really think you can win this fight?
You think you can shut up?
You call yourself a Jew? I mean...
You call yourself a Jew?
You call yourself a hero?
No, I don't, actually. You think God will understand your actions?
You
I don't
really
know.
think God will understand your actions?
God knows what is necessary. I'm sure he understands.
Are you ready to meet him?
Are you ready to meet God, Zelig?
I'll meet God in my own time, Stone. But not yet.
You really think you can win
You
this fight?
really think you can win this fight?
Oh, well,
Do
that
you
was
think you can stop talking long enough to throw a punch?
No, I'm not throwing a punch at all.
You really call yourself a Jew?
I don't
You
know what I'm
really
doing.
call yourself a hero?
No. You don't fear for
You
yourself.
don't fear for your soul, Zelig?
I fear nothing. Do you fear for your life?
How many others are there?
Just how many others are there?
As I said, more than you can possibly imagine.
I can imagine 100. Don't you know who I
Don't you
am?
know who I am?
Don't make me laugh. You think you're special? And there you have it. Do you have anything further to say before Death Stone?
Angry
Only
response.
that I'll see you in hell.
You first, Stone.
I just went over. They say a man's life passes before his eyes at times like these. All I could see was a high rise of Manhattan, crowding themselves around me like concrete womb. The harsh, unyielding pavement comes ever closer, and I can't help but wonder. Did I honestly try as hard as I could? I mean, I don't know. I never threw a punch. I fought him. I stood up to him. I did the honourable thing, yet I failed. Was this the inevitable outcome? Maybe. Maybe I should have. If the world is the way that the rabbi was saying, Zelig was saying, then maybe I should have fought back. I guess I'll never know. And I assume that might have unlocked the... Oh, I can't skip through this, can I? That might have unlocked the gentleman achievement, because I never threw a punch. I don't know. You could relate about all of those things, that's great. But, I mean, at least I knew what I got the bit right where I got there, even if I did get shot. Getting to the point where I can do that. Show me the options, show me the achievements. No, okay, I was wrong. I didn't even get one. I didn't even get one for falling to my death. Alright, here we go, back again, one last time. And then no matter what happens...
And
You
That's where we'll end.
you're taking you.
Thank you. Incredulous response?
What? You must be joking.
Do I look
You must.
not here to save her life?
No. Negative
I
response.
still.
If you're, but I'd
You think.
you these goes.
I don't all like, but it's.
Yes, I know,
Let
you're
pull your
talking about
fists
all
up.
these things, and now I'm going to refuse,
No.
and you're going to...
Well,
There we
well,
go,
I
now
get
you're
so-
dead, that was a shame.
Alright. You.
Oh,
you
I
could-
didn't denounce your thing, that's a shame. First, I skipped the thing.
Now. Now.
Now! Alright, okay. Stall him
Alright.
Can it
for no
stop?
reason,
You're on the edge.
but you get closer. Climb over the edge. Oh no, I need to
Well,
come back.
what are
don't
you
I?
waiting?
Can I grab his gun here? No, I'm too far away from where he was sitting. Okay, so yeah. I'm back on the balcony.
Having well,
Grab his gun. Get shot once.
you're brave now.
Grab it again.
You're capable. I'm almost tempted, but time is short now.
Jump or die. Climb over the edge.
Well, what are you waiting for?
Admire the view.
Just admiring the view.
Yes, it is nice, isn't it?
Now you're distracted. Now, I grab your gun. Thank you. Blood loss, I couldn't keep hold of it.
You,
And now I'm
you
here.
are a nothing.
Yeah,
What's this? You think you can knock me out like some common street punk?
yeah, maybe.
I am Amos Zelig. I've spearheaded the strongest Jewish synagogue in Manhattan for over 30 years. Who are you, little rabbi?
Ow. I'm the guy who's going to punch you right back. No, apparently I'm not. Alright, maybe I need to get you into a different state.
You really think you can win this fight?
You think you can shut up?
Am I looking
How
for
can
something
you
where you
live
don't
with yourself?
ask a question
Power,
with a question?
respect, and money. I manage quite well.
No, you didn't end with a question. So yeah, alright, so that's what I'm doing. I'm looking for things where you don't end with a question. And then I can throw a punch.
How can you face God knowing what you've done?
God knows more than anyone how the world works. I'm sure he understands.
Yeah, you're not... There we go, there wasn't a question. Oh,
Are there
like you.
others like
More
you?
than you can
More than
possibly...
you can possibly imagine.
There we go, because that's not a... That's not a question. Is this how
Is
an
this
Arab...
how a rabbi acts?
This is how the world acts.
Throw a punch. There we go. Why don't you ask again, how can you live with yourself? I ask again.
I ask again, how can you live with yourself?
I have all the prestige and respect money can buy, Stone. I live quite comfortably.
That was not a question. Rabbi combat. You really think God will
You
understand
really
your...
think God will understand your actions?
God knows what is necessary. I'm sure he understands.
Again, punch. I mean, how many others
Just
are there?
how many others are there?
As I said, more than you can possibly imagine.
I don't know if I meant to get different questions for everyone, but that was, easy. Because I'd had that one before. You really think you can win this fight?
You really think you can win this fight?
Do you think you can stop talking long enough to throw a punch?
Oh dear. That was a question. You call yourself a Jew?
You call yourself a Jew?
You call yourself a hero?
Uh-oh. Is all this worth your soul?
Is all this worth your soul, Zelig?
I'm not giving up my soul for anything, Stone. Is all this worth your life?
Oh no, you got me. Now I have to go back. Are you ready to
Are
die?
you ready to die?
Are you?
I was going to say, that's just going to be the question back at me.
You really think a rabbi acts this way?
I told you, Stone. This is how the world is. Get used to it.
No. And then I'll have to do one more. Why don't you just give
Why
up?
don't you just give up?
Why don't you just die?
Oh, that's the same one, yeah. And fear for yours. How can anyone
How
respect
can anyone respect you?
Power breeds respect, Stone. But you've never had either, have you?
Ah! Are you ready to meet
Are
God?
you ready to meet God, Zelig?
I'll meet God in my own time, Stone. But not yet.
Oh no, that was not a question. I should have punched you. Who do you think
Who
I
do
am?
you think I am?
Those tricks won't work with me, Stone. I've been playing that game since you were knee-high to my tuchus. You think you can out-rabbi me?
I am.
I have all the... I live...
Yeah, which means I now punch you. And now I'm just looking for something. You think God will understand
You
your
really-
actions?
God,
No,
no, I'm sure he understands.
I'm just going to use the same one which I know works.
Zelig, It's over. What do you have to say for yourself?
Mazel tov, Rabbi Stone. I applaud you. To have come this far, you certainly are resourceful.
Just what are you saying, Zelig?
I do remember Jack Lauder very well. He came into my office 8 years ago, looking to get married. It seemed that this Zionist, pig-headed rabbi was against it. Oh, the things he said about you. Imagine my surprise when you showed up in my office.
Yeah, I bet you were shocked, all right.
I've done some checking up on you. In all these years, you've never learned to make concessions.
Concessions? Concessions? The Jewish people are slowly becoming extinct. For thousands of years, we've struggled to keep our place on this planet, and you talk of concessions. As a rabbi, I do everything I can to help. And if that means refusing to conduct an interfaith marriage, then so be it. I can still look at myself in the mirror and call myself a rabbi. What are you, Zelig? You're nothing but a common criminal who consorts with gangsters and assassins.
We all have our place in the big machine, Stone. And you're just a tiny squeaky wheel. Now be a good cog and
There was a
just
dog
let
in
me
the
go.
background.
I know you don't have the guts to throw me over.
Yeah, I do. He didn't utter a sound. He merely looked at me with that knowing smirk on his face. He disappeared into the cold Manhattan skyline. Everybody's dead.
Jack. I'm sorry, Jack.
Atzai melech shemo nikra.
The weeks sped by. Jack's parcel arrived in the mail and I was able to pay all my debts. Kept waiting for the police to knock on my door again. They seemed to have forgotten all about me. What about the death that you were actually involved in? The 2 deaths? That you were there and people could... Oh... Haywan Zelig's egg was, ironically, ruled as a suicide. Has anything changed for me? Not really. Back to the grind. Another week, another shovel.
Thank you, Cantor Kaplan.
Debts still pile up. There won't be a problem so long as Jack's money holds. After that, it's best not to think about it.
Is it only in the aftermath of pain that we are justified in questioning God's fairness? Just how much pain must occur to legitimately raise the question, why do bad things happen to good people? When do we say, enough is enough? When is it enough?
The end. When is it enough? Why, right now. I mean, we'll have the credits or whatever else is coming up here. Yeah, there we go. But that is enough of the Shiva for today. I mean, wait, original credits? Is this a remastered version or something that I haven't understood? Alright. Well, thank you so much for being here and seeing this. I mean, this was a game, wasn't it? And I liked that. I mean, I think I seem to remember reading before that there was no item usage in the game, and it was all done via conversation, which was fine. Yeah, okay, we got remastered, so now we got different. And I don't know which version. I mean, I assume we were listening to the non-remastered version. Anyway, but yeah. So yeah, I liked that there were it was not an inventory puzzle all the time. But I mean, there were still clues, and they counted as inventory items. And you did, rub one against the other in order to get it. And there we go. It was Goldfarb. It was Rabbi Russel Stone, who is Joey in the other Blackwell games. So there we go. Dave Gilbert, Cantor Josh, as we did. Oh, I'm dedicated to his daughter who was born that day. Well, there we go. I mean, now I could listen to the commentary. Oh, and here are all the bloopers that we've unlocked. I am not interested in listening to these right now, I'm afraid. Voice actor bloopers. Thanks very much. But yeah, and now when I alt-tab out of here to go back over to this bit, I'm gonna just go whoop. Sure I can. Just watch me. Just watch me end this stream right here, right now, as I say thank you for having watched. This was a fun little look back at the time at the beginning of Wadjet Eye Games. They have progressed a long way since here, and yeah, I do mean progressed, because I'm not saying that was the worst game I've ever played ever, but it's not one that I'm itching to come back to and play through again in order to unlock all the achievements or anything. As we ended there, I didn't even look at the bloopers, and the commentary, meh. I like going back and listening to. I've listened to the Blackwell commentaries and Unavowed, yeah, Unavowed as well. But I haven't. I have not got the impetus to go back and listen to this one again. Still, there we go. There we go. Thank you for having been here. Whether you're here live and in person or later on in the VOD, he said mechanically. I do appreciate you, non-mechanically. We will be back tomorrow on Monday. I've got my days right now, and I know what I'm doing. Do I know what we're going to be doing tomorrow? We might be doing more Cyberpunk, seeing as we stopped right there, and then, we'll do Phantom Liberty and all the stuff that's going on in Phantom Liberty. Won't that be fun? I'll have a look at the expansion that they've got there. But until then, I have been Richard, and this whole thing around us has been LMTDTMFFR, or say it with me now, limited time offer, no vowels, and you have fun, and stay weird.